Thank you to Chef for their generous donation as a YouTube member. If you would like to join them in their generosity, the link to become a YouTube member is in the description. Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to What the Crap with this fucking fly. This fly is annoying the shit out of me, I'm sorry. Welcome back to Tennis Ace. On the last one, we fucking saw the reunion of Shoichi and his madre, and I have no fucking clue what today is gonna bring. It's Monday, the day after we're supposed to have celebrated the birthday of the best bunny boy, K-Kun. So what the fuck? I have no idea. Let's just get right into it. I want to sleep more! Here I am getting to school one goddamn hour earlier than usual just so I can review my notes before class starts. I know I gave myself a goal of being a better student just to rub it in Shoichi's smug face, but I'm starting to think that this is way too much work to be putting myself through out of spite. No, I can't be psyching myself out so soon. It's only been a week of this. Eyes on the prize, Cleveland, eyes on the prize. Frying and buying, baby. Frying and buying. At least things seem to be shaping up a bit now. Now that Shoichi and his mom have reconnected, hopefully we'll have one more pillar of support to help him deal with all the stress that he's been taking on. At least I can help. And I can't help but feel a bit smug myself over how I was ultimately right about things going well with them. I wonder if I'm allowed to gloat about it now. It was definitely inappropriate during the fact, but it's been 2 days already. Surely that's fine, right? Well, if anything, at least I can enjoy a bit of morning breeze before the day gets insufferably hot again, right? Not much, but it's something. I walk past the school gates, marveling at the amount of people that are already getting to school bright and early. I know this is a somewhat prestigious private school and everything, but I didn't expect so many of the students to be this dedicated. Back when I was still in middle school, I did show up this early before class, but I was one of the few that did it. It seems like a good half or more of the students in this school are super dedicated to their studies. Seriously, how the hell have I been beating these people in the student rankings? I'm starting to understand why so many people are bitter about me getting high grades. While I continue to use muselessly to myself, I noticed 2 familiar shapes walking out of the main building and heading to one of the adjacent ones. Oh, look at them. The saber cat stops as soon as he sees me, blinking a few times in confusion before recognition draws on him.
Whoa, is that really you, Cleveland-san? I thought you were one of those lazy students who never showed up to class early.
In a manner of speaking, trying my best to fix that bad habit. Good morning to you too, by the way. Morning. I have to admit, even though you've told me about putting in more of an effort, I'm still shocked whenever I see you around here this early. I shock myself every morning when I get up without hitting snooze on the alarm. Don't worry. It'll become a habit soon, and then it won't be so hard. I wouldn't count on that. What are you two up to?
Just some boring student council stuff. Clearing some paperwork that needs to be done before the school trip next month. I'll spare you the details. It'd probably bore you half to death anyway. Like, we finally managed to clear the budgeting issues we were having last week. Now we need to work on making the reservations on the hotels and airlines we chose. Not to mention start drafting the papers to send to students' families so they can sign with permission for them to even go. It's fine for most seniors since they're over 18, but we still need permission for a parent or guardian for juniors and freshmen.
What about sophomores?
I swear, all this would have been dealt with much sooner if we didn't have to budget around taking the juniors to a much more expensive location than everyone else. Not that I'm complaining since I get to go too, but it's pretty unfair that the school scheduled such a more lavish trip for the junior classes simply to posture around that guy.
Oh, it's probably Yeah, it's Keisuke. He's bitter at Keisuke, huh?
He probably already has enough money to go wherever he wants. Why does a school have to use funds they don't really have just to look better for the rich dude? Don't they know we're the ones that have to balance the checkbook? It's not like that money appears out of nowhere.
Even though he said he was going to spare me the details, he immediately launches on a rant about it regardless. Either he's really indecisive or he really wanted to vent about it. Kisama-kun, you're babbling again.
Oh, sorry. I tend to run my mouth a little bit when I get worked up. Yeah. That's about the gist of it anyway. As you can see, a lot of work needs to be done and it's pretty stressful. We're lucky Prez is stuck around with us, especially now that most seniors quit.
The gist? I feel like I just got the extended, unabridged version. If that was just the gist, then I'm afraid of finding out just how much stuff they're currently juggling. I see. You guys certainly have a lot on your plate. I'm sorry you've been put in that situation. To be fair, I didn't even stop to consider that Kei-kun being here would alter the school's plans for the trip. I guess that explain why his class gets to go to all the expensive places. Now I think about it, all classes got taken to an international trip when I was a freshman, but after Kei-kun joined our school, we've only had much cheaper trips. We went to the Chiba, We went to the Chiba prefecture last year and stayed in a pretty average hotel, while the freshmen went to Hawaii and got taken on an excursion through the island while staying in a resort hotel. And this year, it seems that juniors will be going to Paris to visit the Louvre, Eiffel Tower, and other places, while us seniors are being taken to Okinawa to see an aquarium. Man, the bias is really apparent here.
Now we should probably get going. The other members are already waiting for us in the student council room, and we only have so much time before class starts.
Yeah, that's true. Say, Cleveland, do you think we could meet up a few minutes before the bell rings? I was hoping I could get your opinion on something. Oh, sure, what about? I'll tell you then.
Really, Prez? We're already pressed for time and you're planning on leaving the meeting early?
Oh, please, like ending things 5 minutes early is gonna kill us.
Are you sure you're feeling well? You have a fever or something?
Either way, I'll come by your class once I'm done. Wait for me there, okay? All right. I watch the two walk away towards their destination, quickly tuning me out and going back to their discussion about their work. Those two definitely are quick to switch gears, I'll give them that. How can they focus on their work again so quickly and intensely? That's definitely a bit weird. Are they secretly robots or something? As expected, as soon as I walk into my classroom, I see the usual assortment of early risers that I've gotten used to seeing here in the past week. About half of the class is here this early, which is a shocking enough number. At first, most people were equally shocked to see me there at this time, but the shock has slowly died down over the past week and morphed into mild consternation. I get right to work, pulling out my notebook and going over my notes. Trying to redo them has proven to be much more of a pain in the ass than I thought it'd be. I considered asking Geen to let me borrow his since they're so detailed and easy to read, but since this is a mess of my own creation, I decided the right thing to do is getting myself out of this hole myself. Besides, my grades are already decent enough at the moment, so I don't need to rush to improve my notes or anything like that. Plus, if I really want to show Shoichi off with my progress, I can't afford to take any shortcuts to get it. I'm not giving him any outs so he can say later, you only managed to do it because X helped you. Working on my notes is just as much tedium as I thought it would be, and has been my usual before-class routine for the past week. Especially considering that they're such a mess and so incomplete that I had to check out a bunch of books from the library just so I could find a way to add the stuff that I was missing. There's a lot of cross-referencing involved, and I truly hate that part. things could be made a lot easier if I looked up for the answers on my phone, but I remember Saya telling me once before that not all information on the internet is accurate. So I chose the old school, more annoying method of research. If only because I know this one has been curated by professionals and the stuff in here is 100% approved by the school. Honestly, I should get a prize for going through this much trouble. Before I notice it, time begins to fly by, the seconds turn to minutes, and soon 40 minutes have already passed. Nice, I'm almost done with the history section. By this point, I've gotten pretty used to tuning out the side of the side of the door opening and closing as more of the students arrive due to the impending bell ring. Except this time, my attention is quickly whisked away by the sound of the chair immediately next to me being dragged. When I turn around, I see the familiar figure of a tiger throwing his bag on top of his desk and slumping down on his chair. Whoa, June! I didn't know you'd be getting back to school today.
Morning.
Yeesh, you doing all right? You look even more out of it than you did yesterday.
I'm fine. I'm just really tired.
We managed to get the whole group together yesterday to celebrate Keisuke's birthday. We went to the movies, karaoke, dinner. The whole thing was a lot of fun on its own, although it felt like June was only going through the motions. He didn't seem anywhere as excited as he usually is and looked exhausted most of the time. That's what you said yesterday.
It was also true yesterday. Truth be told, I went even though I wasn't feeling 100% yet because I didn't want to be the only one missing Keisuke-san's birthday. But that kind of worked against me in the end.
God damn it, June. You need to make better choices.
I know.
Oh, here come the mice. Hey, Kobayashi-kun, you're back!
Ah, morning, Gene-san. We was starting to think you'd kicked the bucket.
Oh, fuck off.
Glad to see you walking with the living again. That's a bit morbid.
Don't say stuff like that, Gene. That's terrible.
What? Get off my ass, will ya? I'm just saying that I was worried.
There are better ways of saying it.
It's all right. I don't mind. I appreciate your concern.
Yeah, I baked a cake last night and brought a slice with me to school. You can have it.
What? But you brought this for yourself.
Don't worry about it. I still have the whole thing back at home. Besides, it's a way to celebrate you being back.
Yeah, he's already gonna pig on the entire cake later anyway. You should take this for your own, for his own health.
That's mean, Gene. Mean Gene Okerlund.
I guess I'll accept your gift then. Thank you so much.
You don't have to look so shocked. We're just glad to have you back, Kobayashi-kun.
Yeah, besides, things got really dull here without having you settle arguments between me and Ryoji. Have I become the official tiebreaker between you two? Yeah!
Gene sounds almost gleeful, giving June an exaggerated thumbs up over the whole thing.
I see.
We'll talk a bit more later, okay? I still need to go with Gene to the faculty office to talk about the few low grades he got.
You don't need to announce that to everyone.
It's not like they can't see your grades on the notice board in the first place. Oh god, more fucking extras. As soon as the twins walk out of the room, another pair gets up from their seats and walks up to us, having noticed June's arrival in the classroom.
Kobayashi-kun, I'm glad to see you're back. Are you doing well now? You must have been really sick to take an entire week's absence.
It's fine. I'm doing much better now. Thank you very much.
Are you sure? You still look a bit tired. You have bags under your eyes and all. It's got to be really bad since I can tell even with the spot you have around one of your eyes.
I do?
Yeah. Have you been sleeping well at all?
It's kind of a mixed bag.
Wow, I'm surprised to see you looking so worried, Nekanishi. You barely even talk to most of the boys in the class.
Jun-kun is different, though.
He is? How come?
By the way, I took the liberty of making copies of my notes this past week to pass them along to you whenever you came back to school. It's not much, but this should help you catch up on the subjects you missed.
Whoa, that's gonna be a big help. Thanks, Ayaka-san.
If you want, I have some melatonin I take sometimes when I'm having trouble sleeping. I don't have it with me, but I could bring you some tomorrow if you'd like. It might help you with those bags under your eyes.
Oh, is that stuff safe to take?
Sure. It's just sleep hormones, over-the-counter stuff and all that. Just don't take it too often. Take it for a few days, and once your sleep schedule starts getting back to normal, wean off of it again. It goes down well with a glass of warm milk.
I actually found this melatonin stuff at the store. It's like dissolvable, and it tastes like Flintstone vitamins. You can just put it right on your tongue. It actually goes better without food or water. It's pretty nice, actually.
Oh, that sounds really good. I'll accept it if you're really offering.
Gotcha. I'll make sure to bring some tomorrow.
Jeez, I'm not used to seeing her being all nice like that to other people. Is this a dream? Am I imagining things? Oh, for fuck's sake! Everyone's got to fucking look again. It's really cool to see June getting attention and getting people happy about him being there, and it's really cool to see that. But we see these people like once every 7 days and all at once. Like, it's hard to be invested in these people, especially fucking Victor because of the fucking voice I gave him.
Oh, the hey you June the coon.
Whoop, looks like there are more people wanting to talk to you. Come on, Kyo-chan, let's give them a chance to talk to him without crowding the poor boy too much. Yeah, that's fair. He just got back from being sick and all that. I'll bring you the thing tomorrow, okay? I'll talk to you later, Kobayashi-kun. Feel free to come to me if you have any questions on the material.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, god damn it. 3 rounds of extras. Fuck. And these are the Tiny Eye Gang. No sooner do the 2 girls walk away than another pair walks up to June, equally as happy to see him. I swear, it's like an endless parade. What the hell is going on?
June-kun, I was so happy to see you back. I was getting really worried by the lack of updates.
It's been really boring without having you around.
You and I talk about games every day. What do you mean it's been boring? Kumagawa shrugs, lowering his console to raise an eyebrow at me.
It's not really the same. Kobayashi knows a lot more about games than you do.
Wow, I'm not sure if I should feel offended by this or not.
Are you doing all right? Do you have a favor? You're not still sick, are you? Relax, I'm fine. You don't have to worry so much about me. But about the last time you ended up having to go to the hospital. And this time you were gone for a week. It's not like I hit my head again, you know? I stayed home resting. Dates? I guess that is a little bit better.
You're way too fussy.
What? That's simply not true. What have you guys two been up to for the past week? I've been looking around the Yukata. I've even got the Keisuke sound helping me with the end everything. Yukata?
It's a fucking... It's the spring thing, ain't it?
Yeah, for the festival. Festival? Yeah,
I started playing this new game called Muvdov, Revenge of the Shadow Kitties. Wanna see?
Oh, that name sounds really interesting. Show me. Hey, I was in the middle of a sentence.
Those two immediately got lost in their own little world, completely zoning out of the presence of the fox who huffs and pouts where he stands. Are we done? Are we done with this now? Can we get to the plot? Over the next few minutes, a lot more students start gathering around the back of the class, all of them wanting to get a few words with June. This is really... I give it shit, but, like, it is really nice to see June getting so much support, given all the shit he's been through. Wishing him well, telling him they're happy to see him again, that sort of thing. Jeez, when did he get so popular? I wind up getting up from my desk and walking away, if only because the sudden crowd forming around is feeling a bit too claustrophobic for my tastes.
Couldn't bring yourself to stick around?
I walk to the front of the class, stopping near the class rep's desk. She looks up from her book with a contented smile, wagging a finger in the air along with her words. Yeah, it got to be a little too much. I didn't know so many people wanted to talk to June.
Really? Haven't you noticed before?
Noticed what?
That Kobayashi-kun has become a sort of unofficial class mascot. He's well liked by most of the class.
Really? You're right, I hadn't noticed that. Ayaka-san giggles, covering her mouth with a crooked index finger.
I guess you don't pay enough attention to notice. It started pretty slowly, but it's almost like once he'd managed to settle into your group, he started interacting with more people little by little through you. Now he's loved by nearly everyone.
Damn. You go, June. Now that I think about it, I guess June really is the kind of guy that I'd picture being surrounded by lots of friends. He's likable, cute, bubbly, energetic. He really is the type to be popular after all. I guess we're very different in that regard. We might just be very lucky to have June walking around as a permanent member of our group. If I'm not careful, he might end up being poached by someone else. I sneak a quick glance at the door once I hear the sound of it opening, drawn away by my curiosity, especially now that I don't have my notes to focus on and keep me rooted. I see Shoichi's head peering inside, looking around the room for a second before his eyes settle on me. He raises a hand, making a gesture to call me over with a smile on his face. Oh, sorry. Looks like I'm being called.
Don't be late for class.
I'm just going to be outside. When I step out of the classroom, I see Shoichi leaning against a wall waiting for me. Due to the time, the hallway is already mostly deserted, with the majority of students having headed to their individual classrooms now that the bell is close to ringing. Hey there. Hey, you said you wanted to talk to me? Right. Shoichi muses for a few seconds, a low humming noise echoing from his throat. Smacking his lips, he looks straight at me, his expression quickly changing to a dejected sigh. Well, this is kind of a delicate issue, or more like a difficult one. Now might not be the best timing, considering what happened the last time we talked. He raises a hand to his cheek, scratching it awkwardly and looking away from me, letting those words hang in the air for a while. I wanted your opinion on how I should formally announce my quitting the volleyball team. Uh-oh. He's not happy. What? I'm caught completely by surprise by the sudden broaching of the subject. I knew this was something Shoichi had been thinking about. He'd even mentioned it briefly before, but now of all times? Last week he was so adamant about postponing the announcement until he could try convincing his dad again. Come on, why this all of a sudden? Weren't you going to try to convincing Takahiko-san? You know I've already tried. You know how that went. Yeah, but isn't that throwing the towel way too early? Easy? Easy? You think this is easy? It sucks. You don't think I'm broken up about it? I'm just saying, maybe try one more time. Get more things that could help you convince him. Maybe if you look up how athletic scholarships improve chances of getting in, that could be a big help. I don't know. I'm kind of tired, Cleves. I don't want to keep getting my hopes up for something that's not gonna pan out. Don't say that. You love volleyball, don't you? Yeah. Then you should keep trying. If it's something you really love doing, how can you give up on it that easily? Cleves, come on, big guy. One more try? I know you want to. Okay. I'll put a pin on this subject for now. I'll look up the data on that. I already know what universities I'll be applying to, so I can reach out to them and ask directly about it as well. Maybe I'll ask for Mom's opinion on it. She knows Dad best. She might have some insight into a better way of convincing him. Maybe I could even contact the scout from the Panthers that approached me and ask him to make a written offer that I could present to Dad. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. Don't give up yet. You still have a lot of options at your disposal. Thanks. I really do appreciate your support. Oh, come on. It's no big deal. Actually, it is. Huh? I know I can be a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. I know I can have a temper. It's hard for me to talk about certain things because they hit too close to home or they're a sore spot or something. I don't want you to feel like you have to stand on eggshells around me. It's just that with everything going on, it's hard to think straight sometimes. I'm under a lot of pressure, Cleves. From all sides, school, sports, the council, at home. It's hard. I know. I'm here for you with whatever I can do to help. Sometimes I might do or say things that you might not like. I just hope you know that I really am trying my best to help. I know. Sometimes it might be hard to accept, and I might need some time, but believe me, I know. You don't have to be so hard on yourself. I understand that. Besides, we're in a good place now, right? Right. I think so too. Though I wasn't planning on saying anything because I didn't want to jinx it. Oop, well, guess I screwed it up now. And here I thought things would work out between us and we'd get married. What? Oh my god, relax. Your face got so red all of a sudden. Same-sex marriage isn't even legal in Japan, you dumbass. Right, I guess that's true. You really take the silliest things seriously. You're adorable, Cleves. Shut up! Right, no praising, got it. I should probably get going, though. It was nice to get to talk to you before class. It definitely helped to get an outsider's perspective about this stuff. I'm glad to have helped. You can come to me anytime. I'll keep that in mind. See you at lunch. See ya. I watched Shoichi walk away and into his classroom, leaving me by myself in the hall. I can't help myself from having a big goofy smile on my face as I watch him leave, feeling very happy that I was able to help. I walk back to my class with an extra spring in my step, feeling even more energetic now than I was before. Oh, Christ. How long is this day? We just now got 1 hour into the fucking school day? Good Christ. Shima-sensei has just arrived to our class as the first period of the day came to an end. He carries his usual stack of books to the table, dropping them haphazardly on it before turning to greet us? I imagine that's greet us.
Good morning, class. I hope you all had a great weekend and are feeling refreshed so we can go at it again. Although before we begin, is Grover present?
Few heads turn in my direction, but I quickly pipe up from my seat on the back. Yes, sir?
Good. I just got word from Katsuragi-san that she'd like to speak to you. She asked that I tell you to head to the faculty room after you've done eating during lunchtime.
Huh? How come? Shima-sensei shakes his head sideways, shrugging.
I'm afraid I don't know. She caught me as I was leaving my last classroom and told me something had come up. If it makes you feel any better, at least she seemed happy.
Right, that's... Huh.
I guess that rules out you being in trouble, huh?
June whispers from the seat next to mine, leaning over in my direction with a raised eyebrow. That's not a guarantee of anything. For all I know, she's feeling gleeful to have a chance to rake me over the coals again.
What, really? She seems like such a nice lady.
She's a sadistic monster. No one has ever yelled at me as much as she does.
That's only because you're constantly pissing her off.
Jean, the second biggest victim of Katsuragi-sensei's lectures, and the person who sits directly in front of June, turns back to look at me with a smug look on his face, the edges of his lips curved up. Mind your own business, mouse.
Stop barking so loud then, dog.
I know you all in the back think you can be really sneaky, but I can still hear whispering. Could you do us all a favor and be silent?
The three of us immediately stiffen up in our seats, and they're looking straight ahead as if jolted awake by that reprimand. The whole thing garners us a few chuckles from nearby classmates, though I don't really care about it.
Very well. As we have finished our previous subjects of study last week, this week we are about to embark on a new journey, going through a bygone era and studying the remnants of a long-forgotten kingdom, left only as a picture in the annals of history. Just thinking about it is enough to make me feel emotional.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nekanishi speaks up from the front of the class, her voice a mix of confusion and annoyance. It's no secret at this point that she's not the biggest fan of Shima-sensei, and seeing her reactions to him, it becomes downright obvious.
Starting today, we begin studying Babylonian mythology. Did any of you know just how fascinating it is? I certainly didn't at first, but once I started studying, I couldn't put the books down. I was thoroughly enraptured. I've read over 30 books on the subject already, and I'm ready to enlighten you all as well.
The entire class groans as we all likely come to the same horrible realization. Shima-sensei has found another new thing to be passionate about. Somehow the odds of us studying our actual syllabus seem to be getting smaller and smaller. Report him! Just report him! Jesus Christ! Like, it's not that hard. I have told at least a handful of teachers in my day to their face that they don't know how to do their job. They don't like it. They do not like it when you do that, but sometimes it needs to be said.
And to start us on this wonderful journey, there is nothing more fitting than the myth of creation itself. Today, I shall teach you about the Enuma Elish.
I hate this. I hate this so much. A few hours later.
Man, I thought that was gonna go on and on about that forever.
June flops on top of my table, sighing dramatically as soon as he brings his chair over like he usually does every time for lunch.
All the other teachers in this school are really good, but that guy is still weird. He's good at teaching stuff, but why does he go off course like that so much? I'm surprised he hasn't gotten fired yet. What about students that actually need to learn the right subjects to prepare for entrance exams?
He's always been like that, I'm not even surprised. Although I thought for sure I'd seen the limits of where his obsessions with mythology could lead us, honestly. Him finding a new one to obsess about seems so obvious in hindsight. I feel stupid for not anticipating something like this would happen sooner or later.
He said that one myth about creation was supposed to be short, yet he spent 2 hours talking about the implications of it. I need a break.
Good thing it's lunchtime now, then.
Good thing I packed karage with me today. I need some comfort food.
You packed karage with you more than often than not, though. Shoichi and Saya show up at the usual time, raising their hands to greet us with a smile. Oh, fuck. Turn up the gain. Oh! I didn't even... The gain is all the...
The gain... Let me see if I can talk as quiet as possible without peaking. The gain is as high as it can be on my audio interface, and I'm still barely making a sound, and it's still picking me up. It's really weird.
Just realized the obvious thing if I'm going to be loud is I need to turn down the gain. I'm a fucking moron. Let's turn it all the way down. Oh, okay. So it's... Oh! Jesus. I screamed as loud as I can, and it's not even... It barely got to the yellow. Let me try it again. Oh! Jesus Christ. I love playing with new toys.
Morning.
It's good to see you again, Jun-kun. I was starting to get worried due to your prolonged absence.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot lately. You seem to be in a good mood, too.
Saya and Shoichi get to work on organizing our tables, quickly preparing the usual arrangements so the four of us can sit for lunch together.
Man, yesterday was so fun.
It sure was. It's nice to go out together as a group again. I know we did it not too long ago, but it still felt like a long time.
It really was a great weekend, if I'm being honest, for multiple reasons. For a multitude of reasons.
I'm still so happy that you finally went to see your mom again. I want to visit Sachiko-san too next time.
I bet she'd be thrilled to see you again, too. She spent a long time talking about Cleveland after he left. She did? Oh, God, what about? All good things, no need to worry. That's not the point.
I wish Keisuke-san would join us for lunch too. How come he never does?
'Cause he's an idiot. He thinks it'd be improper for him to join an upperclassman's classroom every day to have lunch.
We did tell him last Friday to stop doing that, but he kept pushing back on it. I even tried inviting him over directly today.
What'd he say?
We'll see.
Oh.
That sounds about what I'd expect from Kei-kun. Urashihara has always been like this. It makes no sense. He acts like a huge stickler for silly, unofficial customs that no one cares about. Yet he also does his best to ignore actual enforceable rules. Like his unbuttoned jacket. Or the purple shirt underneath. Both of those are against the dress code, you know.
Maybe it has something to do with control.
What do you mean?
Like, didn't you guys say before he's forced to do a lot of things he doesn't want to do because of his family? Maybe he ignores smaller rules like that so he can feel more comfortable by having some level of control over something, even if it's just his body and clothes.
You assholes, don't be surprised. He's just being smart, which we know by being on his route that he is a lot smarter than he lets on. Wait, what? That's...
What? Did I say something strange?
But how... Are you really, Kobayashi?
Jun-kun, do you have a fever or something?
Saya leans forward on her chair, reaching her hand to touch Jun's forehead in an attempt to check his temperature.
What's with this all of a sudden?
It's just... You don't usually say... you're not exactly the most...
Since when are you that perceptive?
Ah, I see what's going on here. Y'all think I'm too dumb to be able to say smart things like that. That's mean. I say smart things all the time.
No, that's a bit... Sorry.
Why does everyone seem to think I'm stupid?
We don't think you're stupid. It's just...
Just?
Not the most attentive?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we meant.
Yeah, it's nothing bad.
You guys are horrible.
Oof. Sorry. We didn't mean to make you upset. I'm sorry. There's no way I could have reacted differently. I'm not used to hearing this level of reflection from the insight from June. It just does not compute in my mind after all. I'm sorry, June. I get the feeling we're all underestimating you even this far into our friendship. Hey, I just remembered. Do you guys have any plans for the Lunar Festival this year? Oh, right. The Lunar Festival is at the end of this month. Of course, there's always another festival. Always another fucking thing.
Lunar Festival? What's that?
Nice save, Saya-chan. The relief is very noticeable across our table as Jun's attention is easily whisked away by the shiny new topic that is brought to his attention. He's doing it on purpose. We know he's doing it on purpose now because we've done his route. Yeah, Saitama holds a lunar festival every year, sometime around June or July. Last year, it happened halfway through June, so we thought it'd be the same this year. Turns out it's going to be just a few days before the end of the month. Man, that brings back memories. The three of us used to go together every year when we were kids. I remember. Cleveland-kun always used to stuff himself with cotton candy and takoyaki, and would get sick after. Ugh, why do you have to remind me of that? I feel sick just thinking about it. And yet you did it 5 years in a row. I was 8 at the time. Give me a break.
I'm surprised you don't know about it, Jun-kun. Didn't you say your family was from around here?
Maybe we went once or twice when I was really, really little. I think I remember something like that, but I could be wrong.
Faking.
After I started getting serious about competing, I didn't really pay much attention to that sort of thing. I have very few hobbies outside of the piano.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe we could go together this year. I know we didn't really discuss it beforehand, but it could be nice. We haven't had the time to go together in years. That's true. And I never had the chance to take Aki with us as a group. Last time I took him, it had to be just the two of us, and that was 4 years ago. Man, time has really been flying, hasn't it? Doesn't feel like it was so long ago.
We're all graduating this year, too.
We've been together since Cleveland joined us 12 years ago. It'll be so weird to be separated from you guys. Ah, this again. The elephant in the room that I hadn't even realized existed until recently. After we graduate.
It's not that bad. We're still gonna keep in touch all the time.
That's easy for you to say. You and Cleveland have made plans to travel to the U.S. for your professional debuts and bunk up to get with each other for the past 3 years. I'm the one who's going to be left alone.
The mood sure got dark all of a sudden.
Sorry. Sometimes the subject just comes up and it's like, oh yeah, that's totally a thing that's happening soon, huh? It's hard not to get down like that.
That's why we should really try to get together for the festival this year. Make some good memories one last time before we graduate.
Yeah, and this time with Aki, Urishihara, and Jun-kun too.
Our group has doubled in size.
Yay! I totally want to go.
We could definitely discuss plans for it.
Oh, I know. We should all get yakutas this year too.
Yeah, that sounds like so much fun.
Hang on, we don't even know if we're gonna yet. How are y'all? That could be really nice. Festivals are always better with yakutas. Besides, Shoichi eyes me with a giddy look that nearly sends a shiver all the way down my spine. Let's just put a pin on that, okay? We don't even know if we're going yet. Oh, poor man. A few minutes later. The conversation around the table continues at a breakneck pace, with everyone throwing ideas around for future plans. Seems everyone has gotten enamored with the notion of going to the festival. The chatter has mostly been centered on that while we eat. While I don't really want to go, as I continue staring at my now empty lunchbox, I sigh, knowing I can't postpone it any further. Sorry to interrupt the conversation, guys, but I'm gonna need to dip for a while. How come? Did something happen?
Oh, right. You were asked to head to the faculty room after you were done eating, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh no, what did you do this time?
Why do you immediately assume it was because of something bad I did?
Years and years of experience.
Well, I didn't do anything this time.
I'm just as clueless as you are.
Try not to piss off the teachers too much, okay?
Seriously, stop assuming I'm gonna get myself in trouble, and stop grinning like that.
Nope.
Whatever, I'm going now. If I'm not back before the bell rings, I'll see you guys later.
Talk to you later.
Good luck.